All right, everybody. Just going to quick show you how to go about doing this outline in Engineering 1. All right, got my little screencastify stuff down here. I think I can hide the tools and still work. Yeah, okay. So hopefully you all have read all this and you're good to go. Basically, the plan here is you're going to view the video on the project, video 3, which is the one I'm making right now. Review the instructions in the step 3 of the section. I'll show you that. Pick your colleges, careers, extra questions, and start editing the Google Doc. Finalize your added questions tomorrow. Pick your careers and questions, and submit your Google Doc to the assignment in the system. Okay, so this should say colleges here. I'll have to edit that. Pick your careers and colleges and submit your assignment section. You don't need to have the questions answered at this point, and I'm going to show you that now. And then you're going to move on later in the week, start finding the answers. Thursday, no engineering news this week. Update your Google Doc daily. Continue working on your Google Doc, finding the answers, and do not forget to cite your web pages. That's very important. I'll show you what I mean there. Follow the instructions in video 3. This document needs to be completed by Tuesday after break. All right, so going to your topics. Over here, digital learning, topic 1. I don't know if it looks like this from your point of view. I'm gonna get rid of these comments here. We already did that. Finish those up. All right, so I kind of reorganized this a bit. If you go back to the beginning, this is video 1, step 1, video 2, step 2 basically, and then I want to put video 3 here once I get done making it in step 3. So begin your research, use the Google Doc link below to organize the research. I've gone through questions from both classes, selected 3 of my choosing. You get to pick 2 of your choosing to go with mine. Seniors will be doing slightly different work, as many have already selected their majors and colleges. I'll give seniors alternate notes in parentheses. So choose 2 fields of engineering research, or 2 research, I guess I should say. So this is for my juniors. You got to do 2 different engineering fields. Okay, you took engineering, maybe you're interested in engineering. Let's research 2 fields. So, if you're mechanical, you might look at mechanical and industrial, or mechanical and civil, compare and contrast. If you want to do something with electronics or computers, you might look at computer engineering and electrical engineering. Or if you want to be a programmer, you might look at software engineering and computer engineering. If you want to do something in medicine, chemistry, you might look at chemical engineering and biomedical engineering. So there's all different kinds of branches of engineering. Check them out. I kind of think of the main ones being mechanical, civil, electrical, computer, and chemical, and then biomedical is kind of becoming its own thing as well, right? So that gives us 6. And then things like aerospace, automotive, those are subsets of mechanical engineering. Software engineering is its own thing many times, but it's it has a lot of similarities with computer science. But anyhow, so you're gonna go ahead, click this document down here at the bottom. All right, I'm gonna hide that. Click this document down here at the bottom, and it's gonna bring up an outline I made for you. So first thing you want to do is you want to file, make a copy. And when you make a copy, you will be able to edit yourself. So, I always just copy of engineering 1. I just put my name in front of it, like G Harmon, when I make the copy of it. And I have my copy of it now, and I start go about editing it. All right, so I'm going to close the old version. So one of my kids is yelling upstairs. But anyhow, so engineering 1, college and careers research project, replace this text with your name. So I'll do that now. G Harmon. Make a copy of this Google Doc, blah, 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 use it to document. So you go through this. So here's the questions I've given you. What daily task does a professional in this field engage in? This might be difficult to find out. We might have to talk to some people to get answers to this. What are the starting and median salaries? So, what salary you're going to start at. That has a lot of bearing on the college you pick. I've heard some different financial advice about that says, you should really, you should not accumulate much more debt than your initial starting salary for college, which is darn near impossible nowadays, but it shouldn't be. Um, Anyhow, what is the job outlook for this career over the next 10 years? So what does the job look like? How much do you make? And what's this looking like over the next 10 years? This could all be totally blown up because of this pandemic, right? Like biomedical and chemical engineering jobs might be more important. Maybe we're going to bring more manufacturing back to this country. Maybe we're figuring out that, you know, we need to suck it up and maybe pay a little more for things and not have them manufactured overseas so that we can have them readily available. We'll see. So chemical engineering is often a lot of manufacturing. And then you get to choose two questions that you are interested in about those careers. The college question. So what is the freshman Frenchman what is the freshman retention rate and overall graduation rate? So these are two little different things. The freshman retention rate is how many kids make it past their first year, and overall how many graduate. You know, back in the day, a school like RIT was really lousy at both of these stats. Sometimes they're very similar. You know, as long as you make it through your first year, you graduate. But if you see like a freshman retention rate of 75%, an overall graduation rate of 50%, then stay away. I don't, I just, I don't see any point trying to go to college like that. It's, you really got to be focused on trying to do it. Half the kids don't graduate. That is a thing at some colleges. In my day, RIT was like 58% graduation rate. That is terrible. But maybe that's gotten better over the years. So those are two numbers you really want to dig into. Sometimes colleges aren't too forthcoming with that. So sometimes you can get that from that U.S. News and World Report website. This one here was the cost for tuition and room and board per year, right? That you should be able to figure out, determine that, and then estimate or determine the total cost for the undergraduate degree. So if it's a 5-year program or a 4-year program, figure out what is the total cost of that going to be. And then number 3, does this college have an organized internship and co-op program? All right, just set off my car alarm. That's kind of funny. What is the total cost of the undergraduate degree? So you got to figure that out. Multiply this number by however many years it has, and does this college have an organized internship and co-op program? You want to, if you're doing engineering especially, you want to make sure the school has that. That was one thing that RIT did very well, and kids who have gone to RIT have told me that this is still awesome. Some of my students that have gone to other schools didn't have official co-op or internship offices, and they had a hard time figuring that out. Now down here, you're going to answer your questions. So for the careers, career run, put the name of the career you pick in there, and then answer the questions here. Career 2, blah, 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 blah. College 1, College 2, and College 3. Remember, colleges, you must do one SUNY school for your colleges. One SUNY school. I think one SUNY school, your number one school, which if it's a SUNY school, then that'll count. Your number 2 school and a SUNY school, right? Look those up. Do that for them. Seniors, you're doing same idea. You're doing your school that you're going to, or pretty sure you're going to, a fallback school in case you transfer, and then a SUNY school as well in case you transfer or want to move back to New York or something like that. So anyhow, that's what you're going to do. And then there's a web page cited page here. So let me just do a quick example. Let's try to find out the freshman retention rate and overall graduation rate of RIT, for instance. So let's go ahead and Google that. RIT freshman retention rate and graduation rate. Spelled that wrong, but you should still be able to get it. All right. Okay, so this is from a place called College Factual. Who knows? I'm going to look at these numbers, and then I am going to try to find it somewhere else. It says here, RIT has one of the best freshman retention rates in the country, 90% staying for a second year. So that's very good. All right, so hopefully these are correct. Don't know. So RIT, we're saying 90% freshman retention rate. And then, okay, so rather than graduation rate, they're saying 68% of RIT undergrads finish within 6 years. So basically that's graduation rate. So freshman retention rate is 90%. And then 6 years graduation rate is basically 68%. So I'm going to copy this website link right now. Control C. I clicked on the keyboard. You could also, you highlight it and you can right click on it and copy. I'm going to go back to my document. The first thing I'm going to do is put this in here. Works cited. All right, I'm going to make this a numbered list. So I hit return. To make it a numbered list, I click over here. All right, I'm going to Control V and then hit return. And it's just going to automatically make a numbered list for me. So now I'm going to put this in college 1 RIT. Answer to question 1. 68%. And maybe I want to start it down here and hit tab so it looks a little bit better. 68% freshman retention, or no, sorry, 90% freshman retention. But then that's kind of interesting because you're losing 30% over the next however many years. And that was within 6 years. Technically, it should only be 4 years or 5 years for the major. And then 68% graduation rate. And then what you should do is in parentheses, you should put a 1. And that's your works cited. It's not, I'm not being bonkers about this. You can put a period there or a comma there or a semicolon there, whatever. Or you can just, put a space and put a 1 there. I'm not asking for crazy works cited here. This is kind of a very bare bones way we sometimes do it in science when we're just organizing our thoughts in an outline. We just list our links here. Really, you should probably put the date it was accessed, but I'm not going to be crazy like that. So go ahead, copy and paste the link in the way page cited, put the information there. All right. Now, I don't know. I'm a little paranoid of whether or not this data is accurate. So maybe I want to just go back and see if I can verify that on another website too. 2006 RIT Global. Let's see what this RIT Global is from RIT itself. Maybe U.S. News Best College. So maybe what I want to do is just go to U.S. News ranking colleges, and maybe I want to search here because this website is very reputable. Very, very reputable. Get rid of this garbage. I don't know how to find that here exactly. I'm not going to spend time trying to find it down. Maybe I want to try to, triangulate that data a little bit, right? You guys probably know better than me even where to find that stuff nowadays because hopefully you're doing that. All right, so that's basically it, guys. You're going to answer the 5 questions for the careers and colleges. This is not going to be due till the Tuesday after break. Hopefully you saw what I did here. I made a copy of the Google Doc. I started editing it, and the big thing is make sure you're citing everything, right? Copy and paste the links here, make a numbered list. You can add space between each one if you want, but you're probably gonna run out of space pretty quick if you do that. All right, so if you have any questions, please get back to me. Hopefully everybody's being good. We'll talk to you later. Bye.